All right. Hey, everybody. How's it going? I hope you're having a great day. There's a bunch of people already here. I'm not going to scroll back and see what you guys were talking about. I assume it was something cool. So how's everybody doing? What'd you guys think of day 3? Let me actually send out a tweet for this. What did you think of day 3 of Google Stadia's good stuff? It was good, bad, good, great. And let me grab the URL for the stream. We're discussing it right here. There we go. Copy link to tweet. And let me drop this right there. You guys can go ahead and vote. Thanks, Jem, for taking care of that. Hey there, Penguin. How's it going? Xander Strange says, in my opinion, they really shouldn't announce stuff unless they have some wow stuff to talk about. 90% was already known. The others, not really wow. All right. See, Kodiak is being nice. But if you can't speak like a human without, I don't know, using profanity all the time, then you're not welcome here. So, I mean, he'll delete your message. He'll time you out. I'll just outright ban you if you can't be a nice person. Because I don't care if anybody watches. Immortals, though, looks great, but we knew about it. I'm looking forward to playing it. I'll play it a little bit today before the end. Nah, you didn't miss anything. I'm just tired. Press start once says the demo sold me on it. I'm surprised to say that. I'm definitely going to be playing it sometime in the near future. Today on stream, I'll be playing the demo soon. Sean Gray says, you're so obviously a teacher. Lloyd's new chair fund continues. Thank you very much for the support, Ruben. I appreciate it, man. Lloyd appreciates it as well. Thank you very much. Why did that take so long? What was wrong with my animations here? All right, that's better. Immortal went down. A lot of people can't play it right now. That's a good sign that a lot of people are trying Stadia. Oh. Regor's, I never know how to say your name. Regor says, streamers should pay devs. I don't know what you mean by that, man. Bill, are you following Stadia Twitter news right now? No, man, I've been at work all day. I just walked in the door, sat down, and hit stream. Why? What am I missing? Stadia. The real truth is streamers should be paying the developers and publishers of the games they stream. They should be buying a license like any real business and paying for the content they use. Well, that's just about... Look, that's just about the stupidest thing I've ever heard. First off, no. Secondly, no. And thirdly, look, you clearly don't understand how game streaming works. I have been reached out to by I'm not going to put a number on it, but lots of people have reached out to me in the past and said, "Bill, I would never have played this this game if I hadn't seen you play it." The idea, look, you want people to pay to stream a game? That's fine. You're going to have way less people streaming because people already make a small amount of money streaming. I mean, yeah, there's people like Ninja and those guys that make a stupid amount of money streaming, right? But people like me, I don't make enough money to pay a license to play a game on stream. It just doesn't happen. So, goodbye, most streamers. And that means that you'll sell fewer copies of the game. So, I mean, this guy might be the creative director at Google Stadia. If that is what they're going to do, then I will never stream a game from them. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That's nonsense. Let's see. Ruben says he ordered a chair back to Lloyd's Camera Fund. That's right. Thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it. Lloyd appreciates it, I'm sure. Super chats. Let me clear all of these. And then we got Anthony Talcott says, really wish both Twitch and YouTube had a small icon that instantly brings you to whatever news is current. Why bury content about your new platforms? I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, streaming content is free advertising. That's how I feel about it, too. Yeah. Let me go back to that. This is show. This is one of the worst takes I've ever seen. Absolutely mind-blowing that you would step on all of your own announcements by making an asinine comment like this. Reply. And I don't care if that means that Google will never be on the show again. I don't think that they would do that, though. That's just dumb. That's an asinine comment. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, hopefully, his opinions are his own. Not very good stuff, yeah. Yeah, that's just bad. So tell us your opinion of today. We'll get to it in a little bit. We're going to give people a chance to come and hang out first. Can only do so much, says, love the content, Bill. Would love your thoughts on almost 1 year of review of Stadia. Did it meet, miss, or exceed expectations? I think all three. The fact that it works so absolutely well is still mind-blowing to me. It's fantastic that it works as well as it does. So in that case, it exceeds my expectations. The games that are on the platform, they've met my expectations. I didn't expect it to have every game right away because I'm a realist, and it just doesn't make any sense. Like, there's no way you're going to have all those games coming to a brand new platform. And then it fell short or missed my expectations in things that didn't come with the launch, like automatically being able to stream on YouTube, things like being able to brain isn't working. I'm so focused on this tweet from that guy that it's just distracting to me. All of the things that were promised that we still don't have yet, like that stuff missed the mark. But overall, I'm still pretty happy with how Stadia's first year has gone. Thank you very much for the support, Cannoli. I appreciate it, man. Spaghetti says, I just read that comment on Twitter. StadiaCast, I'm speechless. Why? Are you talking about me, or are you talking about that other fella? Now, it might be, and I could be wrong about this, but it might be, like, if you hover over it, it says they're a creative director at Google Stadia. Previously, Journey to the Savage Planet. So perhaps this is a person that worked at whatever that studio was that Stadia bought, and they are a creative director at that studio, which is owned by Google Stadia, and perhaps they're not speaking for all of Stadia. But that is a bad take, and people are replying to me. Oh, and look at that. Joe Viederman is saying exactly what I was just suspecting, is that it's not his announcements. He is just in charge of a studio that is owned by Google. But unfortunately, now Google's going to get painted with the same brush as him. I hope that Google, talks to him and says, you know what, you're kind of killing the vibe here. Do you think maybe you can apologize and say that you were speaking for you and not for us? Sean Gray said, what prompted this tweet? My guess is that he was responding to all of the things that people are complaining currently about Twitch, because Twitch got hit with a bunch of DMCA takedown notices, and they got hit with so many all at once that they just couldn't deal with it, and so they basically said, just delete all your stuff or something. And people are like, wait, what? I don't want to delete all my stuff. Karuga Leader says, hope he gets fired. Feel sorry for him, but WTF, he made a stupid post right after that 3-day event where even non-Stadia players played on Stadia. I don't think he deserves to get fired for that. People make mistakes. I've said stupid things that have made people mad. So I don't think that he deserves to get fired. I expect that, you know, my reply, I probably shouldn't have replied with what I said right here. I shouldn't have probably replied with that. It's probably going to hurt us in the future. You know, using the word asinine. I probably shouldn't have, but you know what? Sometimes you make mistakes. Sometimes you act impulsively, and you know what? Maybe he's acting impulsively. Now, somebody just sent me, damn it, information that says he's publicly insulting Alex Navarro from Giant Bomb. Calling that person and the site names, it's a bad look. I don't know anything about who Alex Navarro is. I am, of course, aware of Giant Bomb. But I don't know if he's doing those things. I believe this person who's sending me this. I assume they don't want me to say who it is because they didn't say it in chat, so. He's been in the industry for... Oh, okay. It depends on where this is going to go for Stadia. I mean, Stadia needs a lot more people, and this is not going to get that soon. I think that this is going to be... Look, there's two ways that this can go for Stadia. This can either go where everybody piles on, and then Stadia backs him up. That would be real bad. That would be insanely bad, right? That would be a disaster. Or Google says, you know what, he's not speaking for us, in which case everybody should just move on. This is one guy's opinion, and not, you know, one person at a company does not define the entire company. And if Google says, hey, this guy's not speaking for us, then I think everybody will just forget about this eventually. Bill, will you try the new demo? Yeah, I'm gonna play the new demo in a little bit. Rackpers, I'm telling you right now, man, we don't talk like that here. Clean it up. That's your one warning. Well, okay, I'm looking at the Navarro threat. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to jump in on all of the... Yeah, I've got multiple people sending it to me now. I'm not going to get in on all that. I don't want to react instantly because, like, there's things that one person said that I'm not a fan of. There's things that the other person said that I'm not a fan of. So, whatever. But yeah, that's definitely unfortunate. When did that start? Like, when did he tweet that? I'm curious. 3 hours ago. Oh my God! Like immediately after he tweeted that, immediately after it finished. Oh, that's just so bad. Right after the reveals. Look at the Twitter timeline for Dr. Disrespect. No, I don't think I will. I'm not interested in anything that guy has to say. That's a solid tweet, Lloyd. Yeah, it's awful timing, and for that guy to say that, it's just so. It's just that it's a bad take. It's an absolutely terrible, terrible take. So yeah, then he goes on to say, amazing to me that people are upset that someone is saying that creators of content should be allowed to make some of the money from the other people using their content for profit. But we paid for that content. I paid you for your game. Well, probably not your game. But like somebody paid for that game, and now they can do whatever the hell they want with it. Man. So, what? Anyway, I'm going to move on from this nonsense. Kagura Leader says, everybody get in contact with Google. They need to do something fast. This is already blown up. The internet has a very short memory. They have a very short memory. And yeah, you know what? Michael Whiteley says, I think you need to read up on copyright laws if that's what you think. No, I know that I don't have the right to stream the games. But game companies look the other way because they make money because people stream their games. They know that it's free advertising. Most game companies know that. Yeah, I do think, Lloyd, I do think you're right that it is going to take time to rebuild that goodwill unless Stadia comes out and says something right away. Yeah, Lloyd just made another great comment. I wish he could talk to me right now. If streaming was the scourge of the internet, PR would not be giving out codes to streamers, full stop. There you go. Yeah, Marek says, 3 days of good stuff, and this is all that people will remember. Man, this is so dumb. Well, I'll look at it this way. You know what? maybe enough people will be super mad and come talk about it here. He didn't just burn it. He didn't just burn it down, Lloyd. He lit it on fire using old dirty baby diapers. That's just it's such a bad take. I don't understand why he would do that. Like, why would he post that? 18 minutes. It was 18 minutes after they announced their new stuff. 18 minutes later, he decides to step on it with that. John Eisenmenger is asking what motivated his original tweet. So, Twitch is having problems where streamers who are using music, which, by the way, the music that you're hearing right now is from Harris Heller. It is called Stream Beats Music, and it is freely available to all streamers to listen to and play in your backgrounds and podcasts and everything, because Harris is brilliant and knows that he makes money every time I listen to the music. So if I'm listening to it and you're listening to it, he's making money. But for a long time, there were many streamers, and I did it a couple times, where on Twitch I was streaming, and I set it up so that people could request songs, and like the bot would automatically play the song that they requested while I was playing a game or something. And I didn't really think about it at the time, but I was breaking the law. So, take me in. I was breaking the law, but because a lot of people were doing that, where streaming music on Twitch, and then Twitch got a bunch of DMCA takedown notices, and streamers were complaining because Twitch wasn't giving them the tools to identify which videos had the music in them, so that they could just delete those videos. So that's really what people were complaining about. And then this guy comes in with the worst take of all time and says that. It's just bad. Well, look, I'm not going to look at a YouTube video right now. I have not played Immortals yet, Marique. I was at work all day. Danny, I have not tried the Doom Eternal DLC yet, but I do have access to it, so I want to. No, pizza. I don't think about that. That's weird. No, I've been talking to you guys. I haven't seen anybody's tweets. John Eisenmenger says, thanks for the explanation. Agree, that is a bad take. Thank you very much for the support, John. I appreciate it. I'll be playing the demo in a little bit. We're just chatting right now. We'll switch over to the demo soonish. I'm closing his stuff because I don't want to see what he has to say. I'm not interested in his opinion. Mustafa, is Google Stadia good? Yeah, it's awesome, man. Yeah, Lloyd just sent me this video. I'm not going to watch it right now. But, like, they have... this is a video from Stadia Games and Entertainment. And they have a video called Creating for Content Creators. So making games with streaming in mind. You don't do that unless you understand that you're going to make money from this. And by the way, I'm not sure if you guys are aware or not, but there's this thing on YouTube called ads, where you'll go to watch a video and instead you'll see a short commercial for products that you may or may not be interested in. Now, the thing about these ads and why this is so important for YouTube is YouTube lets me upload all of my videos for free. And they let you watch all of my videos for free. So how do they pay for this? They pay for it through advertising by selling space on my content to advertisers for your eyeballs. It's a pretty good deal. It's a pretty good deal for everybody because YouTube makes money, the advertisers make money, and I make money. I don't make nearly as much money, so we won't count we'll just bend this finger down, and I make money. Now, when we talk about streaming video games, one of the reasons that this makes so much sense for Google to implement YouTube streaming for their games is because then they make money when they sell me a game. But then when I stream that game directly through the YouTube interface without using like OBS or anything, maybe I'm streaming on Twitch or whatever, but what if I just say stream directly to YouTube? YouTube then makes money on that advertisement. It's a brilliant, brilliant model because now Google is making money on the sale of the game and they're making money on the stream of the game. And they didn't even have to do anything like charge me a licensing fee. So this guy is incredibly wrong, and that has got to be the worst take, we'll say in the gaming industry, of the year. All right, maybe I'll turn that into a video. Andrew's like, I miss Happy Bill. This grumpy. Should I put on my sunglasses when I'm mad about something? This is nonsense. Hold on.
This is nonsense, and we shouldn't be allowing people to have takes as bad as this.
Is that better? Anthony Talcat wants to know, Bill, are we going to have an ARC tribe? Sure. Hey, guys, if you're going to swear, we're going to ban you. I'm letting you know right now. If you're going to swear, we're going to ban you. You've been warned. Learn to control yourself. Sean Christopher says, but the developer makes no more money from that other than the free advertisement from their game. Well, yeah, so then they're getting their game as free advertised, and so more people buy it. And maybe more people buy it from Stadia. So the developer makes more money, the advertisers make more money, Google makes more money, and the streamers make money. It's a good system all around. That's right. Geese, oh fudge. And Alucard he's got it right. He's got it 100% right. When everything works as it should, the streamer makes money and the game sales increase because of the exposure. And not only that, but I'm going to take this guy's ridiculously bad take and flip it on its head. The streamer should get a cut of all sales for that game that come from that stream. And there's a lot of people that do this. People like Humble, like Guild Wars 2. Like if I was an ArenaNet partner and I was streaming Guild Wars 2 and somebody used my code to buy the game, basically saying, hey, I watched this stream and the game looked cool and I bought it because of them, I would have gotten a cut. Humble Bundle does the same thing. There's the chair that I sit in. Where's my head? Right there. OP seat. This chair. If you want to buy this chair, this is advertising right now, everybody. If you want to buy this chair, go to runjumpstomp.com/thank-you. And you can buy this chair, and I get credit for the sale. Ray says, I never would have bought Among Us, really never would have, but everyone streamed it, so I jumped on the wagon, among with so many other people. See, you said along with so many other people, but you should have said among so many other people. All right, I'm moving on. I don't want to talk about this guy anymore. I'm sure we'll talk about it on the Stadia Source podcast because I'm going to be on that podcast at 5 p.m. Stadia Skies, you always complain about a bad back and elbow, right? Should I be worried about buying that chair? Well, I broke my elbow. You can see the scar right there, and I broke my back. So that's why I have a bad back and bad elbow. On to the good stuff. Yeah, let's talk about the good stuff, not that stuff. I won't say what I'm thinking. So let's see what the good stuff was. Maybe you haven't been here all day watching like me. I was at work all day, so I just kind of glanced in and saw stuff and then went back to work. So it says here we've got Immortal Fenyx Rising. Cool. I'm going to play the demo in a little bit. And look at that right there. There's the click to play link. It says take on mythological beasts, master the legendary powers of the gods, and explore a brand new island. This new open world adventure from Ubisoft is one of the biggest games of the year, and now you won't have to wait to experience it. Play the demo now through October 29th, and be sure to pre-order the full game on Stadia before it launches on December 3rd, 2020. So that's awesome. This is the game that I think is going to get a lot of people to try out Stadia, because Immortals Fenyx Rise, like Gods and Monsters, there's been a lot of people who've been very interested in this game for a while. It's from a huge studio, Ubisoft, and a lot of people really, really love Ubisoft. And this is our people's first chance to actually try the game, except for that one point when it was leaked. So I think that this is huge for Stadia, and there's a lot of people that are going to be signing up just to try it out. And these are going to be more the core gamers, the people who, there's a lot of people out there that were like, Pac-Man's not going to bring anybody in. Humankind is not going to bring anybody in. This definitely will bring people in. I still stand by my argument that Pac-Man is going to bring people in as well as Humankind. But this will also bring people in, and this will bring the people in who probably know about Stadia already and are skeptical. Like, this is one of those games that can be a big convincer, if that makes sense. So I think that that's awesome. Let's move on. What else did we have here? Young Souls. This game looks really cool. Let me mute that. It has such a cool art style. I can't tell if it's turn-based or not. Let me fast forward a little bit. Like, I get the feeling that this is a turn-based combat. Yeah, this feels like I'm guessing it's turn-based. Or it's a brawler. No, maybe it's a... Oh, no, look at that. The way he reflected... Look at that. He reflected it back. So this is not a turn-based game. This is... I mean, unless it's like a Paper Mario kind of... or Mario RPG game where it's turn-based but with timing. Because he reflects the projectile back. So maybe it looks like it might be a multiplayer brawler like Streets of Rage kind of game. Like that kind of game. I think that would be cool. I love the art style. I'm looking forward to this one. What's it called? Young Souls. That one looks really cool. What do you guys think of that one? And thank you very much to Danny M. It says, keep safe and thanks for the comment. Or content. Well, thank you, Danny, for the comment. All right. Thank you very much. I don't know who that is, Lloyd. I think that game looks great. One second, I just got to answer somebody. All right, back. Super Nintendo says, Young Souls looks a bit like River City Girls. Plus, it's coming to Stadia even before the PC release. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, guys. I was just talking to the guys at the Stadia Source about what we're going to talk about today on the show. I saw what you said, Dasmy. Young Souls has co-op. I would assume it has co-op. Like, if you look at the... if we look back at the video here, like, I think it shows two people on the stream or on the screen at the same time. So right there, it's all one single player, but then there's another one where it shows two players on the screen. Where is it? Can't find it. I also like the idea that it's like some kind of weird time loop. Because it seems like they're doing the same day over and over, like Groundhog Day-ish. Oh, yeah, right there. You could see two players on the screen. Oh, and there it is again. Two players. Yeah, this seems like a co-op game. Better buy that extra controller now that they're on sale. It's a roguelite like Hades. Oh, okay, cool. Well, yeah, they specifically said in the video, Lamar Wilson said specifically, this game looks really cool. I like the fact that it's different every time you play. So it's definitely a game that has those roguelike elements. They said Q1 for 2021 for Young Souls. It doesn't say specifically. Dang it, I didn't mean to click that. Yeah, on the actual YouTube video, it just says coming first to Stadia in 2021. So unless they said it someplace else, because it's also not listed here on the blog post. It looks really good. I love the art style to it. Guys, we can just move on from that guy's comments. I don't want to dwell on it. We talked about it extensively. I think we should just move on and talk about, good stuff. Yeah, I didn't even think about the pun. Yeah, good stuff. Like, that's the whole thing. Geese, if I'm saying your name wrong, please let me know. But he says, I don't really like random elements in games that much. I prefer a handcrafted experience. And you know what? That's completely acceptable. Like, a game doesn't have to be for everyone. I love random stuff in games because that means the replay value kind of goes up when you have that random stuff in there, because the next time that I play is going to be very different than the last time that I played. You're missing couch co-op games on Stadia to play with your son. This would be a nice addition for the platform. Yeah, I do feel like there's not many couch co-op games to justify the purchase of a second controller. Do you know how long the controllers are going to be on sale for? I don't know how long the controllers are going to be on sale for. I informed my wife that I was buying another controller, and by informed my wife means I told her I was going to buy one, but what I was really doing is asking her if I could buy one. She didn't really say either way. So I was like, hey, honey, I think I'm going to buy a new controller. And she goes, because it's on sale. And she goes, a controller for what? And I said, for Stadia. And she goes, oh, okay, well, how much is it? And I said, well, it's on sale for $50 right now. And she goes, that's on sale? And I was like, all right, maybe I'm not buying a new one. Kenny G says, do you think there will still be a Stadia Connect in November? It's possible. Max G says, was this the last day of good stuff? No, man, there's good stuff all year long. Controllers are expensive. Joshua Talley, that conversation sounds very familiar. You bought a wasabi in just black? I want a wasabi, but I don't really feel like I could justify it. Sorry, I'm just messing with this mic all the time. I can't get it to where I want it. You want the white and orange one next? That's the one my son has. He has the one that comes with the Premiere. All right, let's continue looking at this. This game! Holy cow! This game, Phoenix Point. This for me was probably the highlight of the show today. Like, I saw this and I was like, oh, it's XCOM. It looks so good. It looks so good. So if you never played XCOM, it's this ridiculously good game. where it's turn-based strategy, and this looks like it is an XCOM game. It feels like it was made by the same people who made XCOM, and I am all in on this game. It looks fantastic. I can't wait to play it on Stadia, and I am excited to try this game. It looks so good, and I just realized the music is playing, so let me mute that. This looks fantastic. This is the one that was the surprise for me. Like, if I were to pick one thing that was a surprise for me, it was that I was most excited about, it was this. Although maybe Pac-Man would have been a better pick, but we knew about Pac-Man ahead of time because they leaked it. It bugs the hell out of me that they leaked that Pac-Man thing. That Pac-Man thing would have been huge had they not leaked it. Lloyd Hannison, Fenyx. Oh, it's from the original developers of XCOM. There you go. There you go. And Stadia Skies just told me the same thing. Does it say that on there? It just says, in Phoenix Point, fight heart-pounding battles and win by a razor's edge. Then return to base to re-equip, upgrade, and plan your next move in a campaign that tests your strategic mettle. Buy it on the Stadia store in 2021. And it doesn't say anything else. But maybe it's saying that someplace else. I don't know. Oops, that's the wrong button. Yeah, Jonathan, I'm 100% with you. I've got too much to play. Lloyd says it's been out for a year on PC. I don't care. It's new to me. Jem says, Bill, I noticed you have a Pac-Man character behind you and also on a poster. Yeah. So this is a sign. It's like an old marquee sign. And then I've got the Pac-Man light right here. And then if you look carefully, right there, there's a Pac-Man amiibo as well. Marique says, what if I have absolutely zero strategic metal? Then you're going to lose. Well, that's okay. Sometimes losing can be fun. Sometimes it can be fun. Yeah, that game looks really cool. That's right. In my classroom, I have a sign that says fail. And then if you spell out fail, it's first attempt in learning. And I always make kids read that out loud. You know, whenever a kid is, afraid to try something, I say, can you read this for me? And they say first attempt in learning. I say, okay, now give it a shot. And if you fail, that's what this room's for. This room is so you can fail safely. What grade do I teach? 9th grade and 6th grade. Science. Hey, Richard, what's up? Is that my good buddy Richard? I can't tell. Is that you, Zap? It is. All right, hold on. All right, well, hold on. Let me mod him. Twitter's not the place for fail. Stadia Source. No, you haven't missed anything today. Nothing at all. It's an old shot of when you were a butcher. Well, it's really, really tiny. It's like about that big. How was treating Ben with COVID? Treating? Oh, teaching. I'll tell you, it's different. It's definitely different. Dancing Panda says Stadia is trash still. Well, clearly you care since you're here. Yeah, it's very, very different. Danny, I'm not sure if I noted this earlier, but you sent in a super chat, and then you sent in another one right afterwards. And if I didn't respond to that one, I apologize. Thank you very much for the support, Danny. I appreciate it, man. Let me just check off the ones that I know that I spoke to. David Gibson says, Twitter is a bit of a cesspit in the last few years, was great in the beginning. I remember the first time, this is going to be funny, the first time that I used Twitter, I had my iPad, which I think was iPad Gen 1. I had my Gen 1 iPad, and I was watching a football game. And I know people are like, you watch football? Sometimes I like to put on a sports ball contest and watch it every once in a while. Like, I watched probably 5 baseball games this summer. Anyway, I was watching a football game, and then I was watching everybody talk about the football game in Twitter, and I was like, this is the craziest thing ever. This guy, we already talked about him, man. Go ahead and rewind. Oh, yeah, he said exactly the same thing that I was just saying. Yeah, rewind if you want to hear my thoughts on it. David Gibson says, real football, as in soccer? Oh, my God, dude. My wife and I are addicted to this new show on Apple TV. It is called Ted Lasso. It is about a American football coach who goes to England to coach soccer or football, right? Because there's a character that says football is life, to coach soccer over in England, and he's just the most upbeat and positive guy in the world, and I just love him. I love Ted Lasso. It's fantastic. We're not finished with it yet, though, so don't spoil anything. Richard says, Bill, if I remember correctly, you're a fan of the British Bake Off, are you not? Yeah, my wife and I like to watch that. She watches like every episode. I will watch an episode if she's watching it and I happen to be in the room. Kind of loud. Bring the music down a little bit. Is this still? Yeah, all right. It's still Harris. The new series is happening at the moment. Never going to get a soggy bottom. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, man. But anyway, that's a really good show. Let's move on and continue to talk about the good stuff. So then the next thing that they showed off was surprising. Like, at first I was like, why are they talking about this? Everybody knows about this. But then I remembered, this is not for everybody. Or this is not for us. This is for everybody who's not us. They're trying to entice new people, not talk to the old people. We're the old people in this case. And so then they showed off Baldur's Gate 3. Which, by the way, I love this game. It is so good. I've put a lot of hours into it already. I'm about 20 hours in, I think. This game is amazing. I love this game. Having so much fun with it. So why is this one in there? Because it's a huge game. And there's still a lot of people out there that are not aware that you can just, okay. I saw a comment this morning on Twitter where they were like, why would you make a deal to put this game on Stadia where there aren't any players? And the thing that people don't realize, this is crazy to me, the thing that people don't realize is that Stadia, you don't have to buy anything. I feel like I'm telling you guys the same thing that I've said a million times. You don't have to buy anything to play the games on it. It's essentially a free console. And that's the thing that people can't get through their head. So when they're like, nobody has Google Stadia, like when they make that as the argument, that tells me that they don't understand that everybody has Google Stadia because it's free. All you got to do is sign up, and it doesn't cost you anything. So I think it's great that they showed this game off because, like, there was even that article, I don't know, like a week ago or something. There was like 10 awesome RPGs you can play if your computer can't run Baldur's Gate 3. But your computer can run Baldur's Gate 3 if you buy it through Google Stadia. And that's the thing that people don't understand. And Karen is saying, Baldur's Gate is already on Stadia, right? Why did they announce this? They announced it because there's a lot of people that don't know that. Will they add more content to Baldur's Gate 3 before release? Yes, this is the only thing that is in Baldur's Gate 3, which is in early access right now, is Act 1. So they're going to add a lot more. DeWild, are you playing Baldur's Gate with a controller? Does it work okay? It works okay. I prefer mouse and keyboard for Baldur's Gate 3. Hang on, guys. I've got company. I'm back. I don't remember what I was talking about. Bill, if you buy the early access for Baldur's Gate 3, will you get the final game also when it's released? Yes. Pat Duddy, that is what will happen. So Joshua Talley says, wife, so I've decided you can get that controller if you let me get those shoes that are on sale. Here's the thing. My wife does not ask me to buy things. She buys things when she wants to buy things because she knows how much money we have. I ask her when I can buy things because she knows how much money we have. I have no idea how much money we have. Because if I knew how much money we have, I would never ever buy anything. I'd be like, nope, can't afford it. Nope, can't afford it. Nope. Oh, you want to eat something other than bologna? No, we're going to save money. So by me not knowing how much money we have, we're actually allowed to enjoy ourselves a little bit because I'm super frugal when it comes to trying to save money. Ray is asking, Bill, have you played Humankind? I have not played. Well, okay, that's not true. I played a little bit of Humankind, and I said I am completely overwhelmed. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do, and there's no tutorial. So, like, it's kind of a big oof. The first time that, like, I can understand like a side scroller with like 2 buttons or something. You don't need a tutorial. But for a game like Humankind, you need a tutorial. And I know that the game is still in development and everything. But my God, why didn't they have a tutorial ready to teach you how to play the game? Apparently, you can adjust the tutorial level in settings. Just start it at the lowest setting, and if I've already played the game a million times, then I will know to go to that setting and turn it off. Also, Humankind can't play it with a... I mean, okay, you can play it with a controller, but it is a terrible experience playing it with a controller. Jake Wilcox, rewind. We talked about it, man. Hold on. Yes, I did read about what that guy said. If you want to know more, rewind to the beginning of the show, and you can find out. There we go. Now the next time somebody comes in, I can just hit that button. No, it's not a big deal, Jake. Just if you want to know my thoughts on it, go ahead and rewind. You're not the first person to come in and ask. My 15-year-old son just came to me and said, everyone on YouTube is crapping on Stadia right now because some Stadia employees tweet. Yes, I did read about what that guy said. If you want to know more, rewind to the beginning of the show, and you can find out. There you go. Olifer says, I finished the Humankind with a controller, and there are so many things that need explanation. Okay, oh, you finished all the turns with a controller? Like, am I wrong in thinking that it was a one-to-one, like you just had to move the mouse around with the stick? What a terrible way to play. Leonardo Vega, now that all 3 days are over, what is your overall impression? I felt the demos were the highlight. Everything else was just okay. Well, I'm not finished talking about what happened today, so I'll tackle that in a little bit. Stick around, and we'll continue to discuss this. So let's go back to the good stuff. All right. So then they have this. Give your friends more Stadia Pro for free. Shout out to Jem for uncovering this in the past. Miguel Castellanos, thank you very much for the super chat. They said, thanks for the great content. Well, thank you very much for the support. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you very much. Give your friends more Stadia Pro for free and get a free month yourself. So actually, you know what? We can try this. We can try. If you guys want to help me out, if anybody here, and I doubt that there's anybody here that does not already have Stadia Pro, but let's try it. I'm going to post this, where is it? So show. I'm going to click on this little button right here. And there's a button that says copy link. And I'm going to paste this link into chat just for you guys. And if somebody happens to be a non-pro member and you use that link, then here's what's going to happen. Let me read this to you. You get a free month of, or I get a free month of Stadia Pro if you sign up with this link and pay for your first month of Pro. You will get a month trial of Stadia Pro plus an extra free month by using my link. So I think that by using my link to sign up for Stadia Pro, you would get 3 months for the price of 1 month? If I read that correctly. I'm not sure if I read it correctly. Now, somebody might ask, well, why didn't they put that in the video? Here's why. They don't want to talk about Stadia Pro in that video. This is a very, very, very important thing. If they talk about Stadia Pro in that video, Everybody who is unfamiliar with Stadia, which is a lot of people, everybody who's unfamiliar with it, they will say, oh, I got to pay $10 a month in order to play these games. I'm out. They're going to check out instantly, which is why they didn't talk about it in the video. And they just put it in the blog post, which is where everybody goes if you're already familiar with Stadia. Okay, Lloyd explained it better. 2 months for the price of one for the person who signs up with that link. There you go. Hey, Sounds of Stadia, what's going on? Ryan Hudson says, hey, Bill or Lloyd, have you ever tried or will you ever try Shadow? I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to pay for it. That's the thing. I'm not interested in renting a computer. The thing about Stadia for me is it gives me the freedom to play on any device that I have. Well, almost any device. Not that I really I'm gonna play on my phone anyway. That's one of the reasons that I'm most interested in it. The reason I have Stadia Pro is because the discounts and the free games, or as I like to say, the included games, is like, I just think it's a good deal. I don't care about 4K gaming. I'm not interested. I mean, I'll use it, obviously. Oh, it looks nicer in 4K than it does on 1080p. But at the end of the day, I just really don't care. For Shadow, it's running a PC. I already have a pretty powerful PC. Like, if you guys type !gear, you'll see all of the gear that I use, and you'll see, like, the graphics card that I have. And, like, I've got a pretty powerful PC, so I can run a lot of these games just fine on my computer in my house. Going to Shadow just seems like I'm throwing money away. Carson Johnson, can you do a gaming setup tour? See, the thing is, I don't know, maybe the lighting that I have right now really only works if I'm sitting in this position. So if I do a gaming setup tour, it kind of looks like crap, and I'd like to have high quality footage. But I don't know, maybe I will, but not today. Bjorn Johnson says, I'm way behind, but Alex's Twitter stated his opinions are his own. Well, that's good. Have you spoke about the Twitter drama with the creative director at Stadia? Yes, I did read about what that guy said. If you want to know more, rewind to the beginning of the show, and you can find out. There you go. It's not legally binding. GeForce Now and Shadow makes me think of old internet or gaming cafe. A little bit. All right, so we talked about all of the good stuff from today, right? Let's talk about the 3 days as a whole. Because I think that actually, okay, there's two things that I want to talk about. There's two things that I want to talk about here. Number one is, you know what? I feel like I want to do... Well, whatever. I'm going to finish what I was saying. I think all of the announcements that happened over the last 3 days have been very, very good. I have one Pac-Man win. There's a video of it, X2I, right here on this. Excuse me, right here on this channel. There's a video of me winning at Pac-Man. If you were to go up to, if all of this content that we got was all shadow dropped, if Google had not mentioned anything ahead of time, and people at Google had not tweeted anything out ahead of time, and developers had not said that the stuff that was coming was really cool, if none of that happened ahead of time, I feel that people would have looked at these announcements as a whole and said, what an insanely awesome week for Stadia. Now, that being said, a lot of people don't like that Google hyped it up ahead of time and then they feel like the announcements were a disappointment. But if you were to ask most of those people, and be honest with yourself, all right? Be honest with yourself. If you're disappointed with these announcements, are you really disappointed with them, or are you disappointed in the way that the announcements were presented? Because if you're disappointed in the way that the announcements were presented, then I would argue that these were fantastic announcements mired by people's own internal what's the word that I'm trying to look for? People's own internal expectations. And does Google share blame for that? Yes, they absolutely do. But I think overall, these were awesome announcements. Pac-Man is a home run. That game is fantastic. Pointing out that Baldur's Gate 3 is very, very important. That new game, I know it's already out on other platforms, I guess, but Fenyx Point. That is very, very exciting. Young Souls, really, really great. A brand new 4X game being played first on Stadia. Humankind, awesome. Ark Survival Evolved being included in your Stadia Pro membership, really great. Orcs Must Die 3, a game I've already got like 50 hours in, getting an expansion, hell yes. Let's go back to the previous day. I already talked about Pac-Man. We got a release date for Jedi Fallen Order. We've got this weird building game with Hello Engineer. And then Cyberpunk, and I know that this is not part of the good stuff, but Ubisoft announcements, Cyberpunk 2077 coming November 19th to Stadia, day and date with everybody else. These are amazing announcements. And if people are disappointed, then I think the real reason they're disappointed is because they didn't listen to me when I said that I knew what was going to happen, because I'd seen it happen a million times in the past. Company makes an announcement of an announcement. People who are hyped for that particular company get themselves worked into a lather predicting all of the things that are going to happen. When things don't happen that they predicted, they get mad at the company who never promised that they would make those things happen, and saltiness ensues. I told everybody this is what's going to happen, and that's exactly what happened. So, is Google at fault for hyping things up ahead of time? Yes. Are the salty people at fault for being salty when they should have just said, hey, I wonder what's going to happen? I think it'll be fun to find out. Yes, they're at fault for being salty too. I think it was awesome. And then the sugar on top is that we now have a way for us to play demos of games without any download, without any install, without any money taking place. And that is a milestone. That is a huge milestone for the gaming industry as a whole. That is going to sell so many games. Maybe people will buy them on Stadia. Maybe people will try them on Stadia and end up playing them someplace else. But it allows developers and publishers to put this snippet of the game out there and have it be completely controlled so that it can't fall into the wrong hands or, get pirated or whatever. That's going to be very, very attractive for publishers. And that means more games coming to Stadia. I think that this was that right there Demos. Oh yeah, Lloyd just he said exactly what I was just thinking. Demos without data mining. All right, demos without data mining is huge because people can find all kinds of stuff when they have access to your code. Demo days are amazing, and that is right there. That is the number one thing that comes away from the good stuff, is that the demos, they just work, and it's awesome. So there's my thoughts on there's my thoughts on it. Taco Bell, you're gonna get banned. Learn to speak like a human. So Taco Bell says, seriously, if you're saying it's our own fault for getting hyped, then I think we have a huge problem with Stadia. I said that you share in the blame. If you got super hyped and are mad that Madden didn't get announced today, and I'm not saying you were talking about Madden, I'm just saying, a game in particular. If you got super hyped and then are now mad that a certain thing didn't happen, then yeah, you share some of the blame. It's not worth being mad about. It's not even worth worrying about. Here, I got something for you. I hope so.
Extra time. Yeah.
That's the wrong button.
Butt poke.
That's from the raid. Oh, I think I erased it. I had a really good quote on there. What was that? That was us playing Elder Scrolls Online, and I was capturing people saying funny things so I can play it back for them. I just never erased it. I just erased it. Kaz says, real talk, are non-Stadia users really paying attention to these? The view counts are fairly low for the videos. I don't think these are going to mainstream by any means. Well, here's the thing, Kaz. You're probably right. These might not go mainstream, but very long period down the road, that's not going to matter because Stadia is going to be in the mainstream. Cloud gaming is going to be in the mainstream. I guarantee it. Oh my God, Taco Bell. That's great, man. You put money in the swear jar. Thank you very much for respecting the rules, Taco Bell. I appreciate it, man. That's great. I think a point that will do really good for Stadia in the long term is coming into retail stores like Best Buy to get the name out. I think so. It's I was thinking about this the other day. We were talking about the other Stadia ads that were where we had the guy with the big hair and they were like 4K gaming, all of that nonsense. We were talking about how that was like a Geico commercial, and I thought a really good Stadia commercial. And Google, if you're listening, this is free. I should stop giving things away for free. It would be a cool commercial if they had one of those old commercials where somebody is irritated with something, and then you have like the know-it-all who comes in to talk about Stadia. So they're like, they're doing a thing where they're stuck trying to download some game, or they maybe they have somebody cheating in the game. There could be a whole series of these where, you know, there's something that's irritating with, you know, regular gaming. Oh, I'm out of hard drive space, so I have to delete this game in order to fit this game. And then this person comes around the corner and they're like, you know, with Google Stadia, you wouldn't have to put up with that. And it would be awesome if it was shot in a way that was like those stupid infomercials, you know, where the person can't do a thing because they're just so, like, they can't pour the thing into the jar, so they have to buy the thing in order to help. You know what I'm talking about? Like those kind of, if it was shot like that, it would be really funny, and it would teach people why Stadia is awesome at the same time. Richard says, I want a sim racers on Stadia. They have sim racers on Stadia, Richard. Right, Vic, there must be a better way. And then that person comes around and explains it. Super Gem Cart. So Jer the Unlucky, am I wrong, or isn't it harder to cheat on a streaming service? Why isn't this advertised more? Well, here's the reason. Because the answer to that, like, here, I'm gonna be two people here. All right.
Stadia is awesome because you can't cheat on Stadia.
Well, okay, but it's harder to find people to play with on Stadia because right now it has a pretty small user base. You get why people don't want to bring that up, because there's an easy counterpunch to that. As soon as you punch, there's that counterpunch of the user base isn't that big. And yes, the user base isn't that big, but in time, the user base is going to be very big. Right, Lloyd said it perfect. That makes perfect sense. Thank you. Well, thank you. And besides, there's a lot of games that have cross-platform play. So, like, if I'm playing with the Division 2 and I'm playing cross-platform, I'm on Stadia, somebody else is playing on PC, they can cheat all they want. Leonardo Vega says the user base will not be an issue as more games adopt crossplay. Seems to be the norm for modern multiplayer games. I 100% agree with that, and I'm going to double down. I'm going to triple stamp your double stamp, okay? That's no longer going to be an issue when we get to, a couple of years down the line. Jeff Carrier, I'm sorry, did you see the snafu with the Stadia creative director Alex? I did. Rewind. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to switch over and I'm going to play, because in a half an hour I'm going to be on the Stadia Source podcast. So I want to be able to play Immortals Fenyx Rising before that happens. That way we can talk about it possibly. So let me okay, close that. And we'll close that. Actually, we'll leave that. All right. Stadia. Yeah, I agree. That is awesome for Stadia. All right. So for those of you, I don't know who around here doesn't know this, but for those of you who don't know, that's not the right button. That's the right button. For those of you that don't know, this is really cool. I'm going to show you how getting a game on Stadia works. I go to the store, And I say, oh, look, Immortals Rising Fenyx demo. Score. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to hit play for free. And I'm going to hit play. I did not install this game. I just clicked it, and it worked. How cool is that? The answer is, it's pretty cool, Bill. Richard, you, my friend, are a logical and intelligent person. The people who are hating on it are A, being illogical, B, being willfully ignorant, or C, just trying to be trolly. Let me connect my controller. I'm not hating the haters. I'm thinking those are the three things that make people really despise Stadia. They're not using logic. They are just being trolls. Or I don't remember the other one that I said. All right. Oh, let me shut off the music. Here we go. Let me turn that off. All right. Choose a difficulty setting by highlighting and pressing A. I'm going to go with normal. You enjoy both a good story and a good challenge. This is the intended level of difficulty for the game. Sure, okay. Oh, I gotta hold it down, okay.
The sun rose on the palaces and temples of the Golden Isle, their facades still and empty, the gods within lost.
Sound okay?
But not Fenyx. Fighting with all her might, she had nearly reached Olympus on her quest to defeat Typhon, the dreaded god destroyer. But first, she would uncover a historical secret.
Well, it looks like they're still working on lighting. The lighting looks bad on her face.
A snake bite festering on his foot. How did he survive this little island? Why did Odysseus pick him up and carry him to the Trojan War? A war in which Philoctetes was fated to kill Paris, the instigator of the very war that...
Lords! Stop fantasizing about random nobodies and tell the real story.
What real story?
Fenyx was about to enter the domain of the Cyclops, where world-famous hero and sailing enthusiast Odysseus had nearly met his end. It was there that she was destined to discover the lost secret of the gods.
Zeus, the Cyclops' cave was in the Great Sea.
Don't care. Also, forget the cave. I want to appreciate the view.
You can't just ignore historical accuracy.
That's your problem. Accuracy. Because clearly I can.
And what is the secret of the gods?
Oh, you don't know about that, do you? Oh, master of knowledge. Well, listen and learn. Oh, what a view!
See you later, Thomas.
Hello? Anyone in there?
Fenyx eyed the Cyclops, keeper of the secret, but he was silent. The poor wretch had
Yeah,
been
it's like she's
frozen
not
by the
in the
sea
world.
of Circe's icy magic.
Circe is on another completely different island.
Or
I don't
is
want to skip the cutscene.
Also, she doesn't have ice magic.
Not ice? I see. She sees things and then transforms them.
You know what? I bet you that you cannot enlighten us with one truth during your story. Not one.
Done. What's your favorite food?
The fruit from Grandma Magaya's garden. Gods, I miss the taste. The juice was so rich, it would flow down my chin. Divine.
Ah, yeah. Those babies were delicious.
Babies? From the mosaics? You know that's just a visual metaphor, right? The fruits of the earth are not
What the
literally
hell?
babies.
Ah, that explains the soapy aftertaste. Right. If I lose the bet, you will be allowed to partake of the fruit. Now, if I may... Fenyx realized only the Song of the Sirens would free the Cyclops from Circe's spell.
Circe.
All right.
You're
Am I able to play now?
Oh boy.
Not quite. Circe and her cops, Poseidon, had sent
Okay,
reinforcements.
here we go. R1 is sword attack. Nice. All right, I'm just going to move my camera a little bit. X is dodge, okay. Nice try, pal. Richard, is this coming to Switch? I don't think so, but I have no idea. When stamina is low, hold right on the D-pad to recover stamina with blue mushroom. Oh, okay. That's the stuff right down below. The inventory is used to manage Fenyx's gear, animal companions, and items. Cool. How's my stamina? I don't see it anywhere. I must be fine then.
Odysseus had taken flight to the island of the Siren Song on his mechanical wings. He wore a pair stolen from Circe's weaponarium and massage parlor.
You know that Odysseus visited Circe after Polyphemus. But go on.
By the way,
Fenyx
guys,
was not
in
so lucky.
less than 20 minutes,
Wingless,
we're going to
she
be
just had to
streaming the
believe.
Stadia Source podcast. There is a link in the description right down below. So make sure that you guys click on that link and hit remind me so that you get notified as soon as we're live. It's supposed to be at like 5, which is in less than 20 minutes for me. So I'm actually not going to be playing this for very long. So approach the edge of the cliff. I don't know which edge of the cliff they're talking about. Oh, okay, hold on. I was going the right way. Oh, okay, look at that. You can, Oh, I only have limited arrows. I don't want to use that up. I think that's what they're going for, Leonardo. Jump and beat a glide.
Fenyx hurtled through the air, and then a miracle. Odysseus' wings appeared on her back.
By the gods, I can fly.
Those do not belong to Odysseus, and she's had them the entire time.
Prometheus. She just had to believe.
Oppie B, 60 frames per second? I don't know, man. Just look at it. If it looks nice to you, then does it matter? Oh, R2 X Tech. Get that off my screen, man. Combat feels really good. If you hold left trigger and then right button, you shoot a controllable error. I don't know. Oh, that's cool. That is really cool, dude. All right, let's use Y to open. New weapon. Access the inventory. Oh, I like how they're differentiating between the different types of weapons. Like this one has a 22% chance to triple damage as a sword air combo, and then this one has a 33% chance to damage with sword combo while health is full. But you can like level it up, it looks like, too. Reach the Islands of the Sirens. So which way is that? That's this way. So here's the problem. I buy it on Stadia, play instance, buy it on PC, and will probably look the best. Buy it on Switch and play it on the move. No, I'm not buying it twice. It seems like you're buying it thrice.
Fenyx couldn't wait to have the secret of the gods in her clutches. She would rule over all Olympus.
You know she's trying to save all of you.
Why would she do that?
Maybe because we gave the Immortals fire.
Yeah, I chained you to a rock for all eternity as punishment.
Good point. Why is she trying to help you?
Exactly.
I don't know, Richard. That's not what you were just saying. Yeah, I like the conversation between Zeus and Prometheus. It's funny. We don't know if Uplay Plus is going to be cross-platform or not. Yeah, this is going to sell a lot. This is going to convince a lot of people to try out Stadia. Without a doubt. Do I have to keep climbing? I think I do. For me, Richard, my default platform to buy things on is Stadia. Nice. The stamina just automatically refills too. Username has a good point. If Uplay Plus is cross-platform, that's a big if, though.
Circe and Poseidon would never give up until the mortals fell.
Can you lock on? You can't lock. Oh, you can lock on. Oh, I hit the wrong button to dodge. There we go. keep hitting the A button to dodge. Like, that's what my brain wants to do.
You see, Fenyx knew the truth. Odysseus was a spy sent by mortals to steal the
Jump and
secret of
slash.
the gods from the Cyclops.
Nice. All right.
Polyphemus.
Here's the deal, though, everybody. I can't keep playing this. I'm going to be on the Stadia Source podcast in about 15 minutes. And so I need to get set up for them. So thank you all for hanging out with me today. I would love to continue to play the game, but I also really want to talk to these guys about Stadia stuff. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. So if you haven't already, hit all of the YouTube buttons because they really do help. I hope to see you guys on the next time. And I also hope to see you guys on... There's an ant. What the hell? There was just an ant on my monitor. That's weird. I hope to see you guys over at the Stadia Source, which let me grab the link right there. Copy and cancel. There we go. Can we listen to the podcast later? I'm sure that you guys can subscribe to it and listen to it or watch it again later. Anyway, click on that link. I'll see you guys there in about 15 minutes. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. See you around. Bye, everybody.